Alright, there we go. Ignore that last, like, minute-long stream. This is the real one. So, I forgot to plug in my microphone, because I am really smart. But, yeah, so... I know I streamed earlier, but I kind of figured, why not? I'm still having a lot of fun with Anemos, and I did not think I would, to be quite honest. She is ridiculously fun to play. Like, ever since her skills got buffed, when Anemos was released, she's become so much better. So much better. It's kind of ridiculous, honestly. I'm gonna turn this down a bit more. There we go. Dive bombing! Tempest! Ha! Oh, I'm bad. No. You're not getting out of here. You are so not. Okay. Don't know where all that came from, but we'll take it. So, I'm back on stream to finish off my, my grind for second hyperactive, and also to do story quests up to the end of Varnamir at the very, very bare minimum. Ooh. No, my pet's fine. Another one? Dear God. I already have the better one, so it's fine. What about this? Yeah, no. Okay, so we're just gonna go and sell that. Okay, let's see. Crit damage for 19 mil. Let's see. Oh wow, they're all just crit damage. Okay. That is now the 5th 3% crit damage L tier that I've gotten so far on this character. It's kind of crazy, in all honesty. It's kind of crazy. Alright. Okay. Why would you waste Moonlight Breaker on the door? It's the freaking door. Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go! Ha! I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely adore modded violent attack. The mod for it is so good. Okay, what do you got for me? Better than Arrow Tornado, so I'll take it. Although, to be honest, I can just go and make perfect tiers now. It'll cut into my money a little bit, but it's kind of worth. Unidentified. I want to see if I can find any for Rena specifically. No. No. Jeez, there's nothing for her. There's a Brandish Breaker one, but nothing for Rena. Okay, I guess my best bet is this one then. See if I can get something good out of it. A lot of it seems to be Raven tiers. I don't want Karma, because that's not my class. Tempest? Absolutely. We'll take Tempest damage any day. No, 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 no. No. Nope. Worst case scenario, I'll take... Oh, it's 15 mil, though. Yeah. No. 120 mil for Apollyon, which is a skill that not a lot of people use on Dreadlord anyway? Are you mental? No one's gonna pay 120 mil for that. Nobody. So you should take, like, Murae, if you're in my chat right now, you should take that off and put it back on for, like, at the very most 40. No one will pay 120 for that. Nobody. I'm just telling you. Yes! Tempest. Oh, just the skill I wanted. Oh my god, I love Tempest. 23% Tempest damage? Here we come. Oh, you're the one with the command damage. Okay, that's fine. I can leave that then. Okay. I'm gonna go and try to perfect the rest of my tiers, though. See if I actually have enough money for it. 28's good enough. I mean, when there's one for 400k, I'll take that over everything else any day. Okay. Oh, that hurt. That also hurt. Oh, I have 2 and 3, that's fine. And then I have 3 and 3 in the top piece. Oof, that really hurt. But it'll help. So it's worth it. There. Have full 28s with most of the crit stuff. Violent attack damage, tempest damage. Yeah, we're good to go. We're definitely good to go. Actually, I'm just going to go put that in there now. Nice. Oh man. Sorry. I've been silent, I know. I know a lot of people end up using that here, but I'm not gonna. I'll put gyro kick there. Take this. Crescent kick is meh. I know some people use... Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Where's reflective? I need that, too. Reflective kick is huge in PvP. I am gonna go and try and do some PvP on her. So... I know I was trying to grind out my thing, but I want to see how well I can do with her. Alright. I know that's the bot. I hate that stupid move so much. Legit should not have it at all. How do you have that back up again already? And this is why we did not need to give Raven a fourth path, and why we didn't need to make Raven at all. One of the worst characters ever conceived in the history of this game. What? No. Absolutely not. No. That should never happen. Ever. Yeah, okay, sure. Ah, and use light. Okay. Weird. Oh my god. No, incorrect as always. I'm supposed to have super armor on that. Oh my god, I hate Raven. Please get rid of him. KOG, do the world a favor and please, for the love of God, remove this character. He does not belong in this game and never did. Oh yay, another Raven! I'm right in front of you! Just hit me! Get rid of that skill. Get rid of this character. For good. You should not have 300 mana. Die! Hooray, I'm A rank, like literally everyone. This map shouldn't be too bad for this class. Oh my god, again. I don't know how to play my character. I don't know how to actually catch. So I'm going to use this really stupid BS way to catch you because I can't play the game. No. That's way too much range. Can you let me down at 100 fucking mana? Instead of forcing me to spend 100 plus tax. Would be great. I'm down here, buddy. I'm not coming up there. Not entirely. Ugh. I don't know how to play the game. I'm gonna spam force skills because I don't know how to play the game. Seriously, for the love of God, just get rid of them. I'm 100% serious, by the way. Like, 1,000,000% serious about removing force skills. They are one of the biggest mistakes KOG has ever made to PvP. Ever. They should not be here. They have no reason to be here. What? I caught him, though? What? What the hell is going on here? No? Oh, come on. I hit him before the skill went off. Why does the skill get to go off anyway? Oh my god. Oh my god, a Tempest Burster. That's something you never see anymore. Oh. I was excited for a second. Done. GG. Oh, good. I have an actually, like, decent title now. For PvP. Hold on. Okay. Better. Well, it's not the greatest title, but it is better than that other one for PvP. I thought I had light speed, though. Violent Gardener. No. 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 Weird. I thought I had obtained it. Weird. Okay, this is gonna be a challenge, I think. Oh, come on. Why does her stagger me for longer? Nice try. No. That is literally one of the most incorrect things that has ever happened. She is still staggered, is hit by nature's force, which staggers her again. How does she attack? She can't. Because she's staggered. That's literally how stagger works. No, I caught you. Long before all of that. And I know I did. I hit you with 4 arrows before you did any of that. And they still stagger. They don't stagger as hard as Grand Archer, but they stagger. So, I didn't die. Period there. And that was just wrong. Oh my god. Oh hey, a Celestia. One as bad as I am at Celestia. I cannot play him to save my life. Oh, he's just deranking. There. No. That is... What the hell? Why did that deal all of my health? I go from, like, here to this. From gravity field? No. I am sorry, but no. I don't care what your gear is like. There's a reason why I keep telling KOG over and over and over again. Of course, to no avail because they don't listen, but I keep telling them over and over, change it so this is the only gear allowed in PvP. Along with a weapon to go with the set, and give it a good 5-piece set effect. Then everything is balanced. Then it's not a matter of who has the better gear or who has the better class. It is entirely 100% skill-based again. Once they make that change. If they ever listen to me and do it. Because they should. Like, there are people who play this game, people like me, who absolutely detest dungeon play. Like, I hate having to do it. I hate having to play dungeons a lot because to me dungeon play after a while gets very stagnant and very boring. Even on a class that's as fun as this one, it's just not fun, especially when you get past here and you go into like Master Road or Pruinam, where everything and anything can pretty much one-shot you through iframes. It's really stupid that enemies in general have that ability. They really shouldn't. Oh, hey, you're using this to dodge something that the boss is firing at you, meaning you're trying to play and work around the mechanics of the boss by using something that we innately give you as a tool to do so. So in essence, you are playing correctly. You're playing as you should for this. So good on you. Kudos. You know what? Because you're doing such a good job of playing correctly and playing the way we think you should be playing, we're going to go ahead and take away that one thing that you're doing right because you're doing it right. We're going to take away your ability to do that one thing. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. This boss down here is a prime example of basically like a foreshadowing to what was coming. This little shit right here is a gigantic problem because, of course, it takes a while to figure out how to go about killing it, for one, and two, once you do figure it out, it takes a while to actually do it right. So, not only do you have to learn what this boss's mechanic is, which, by the way, you have to wait until all of its, like, marks like this, the accessory, are glowing one color, and then you can attack it. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. If it's not, then I don't remember what I was told, really. It's either you have to wait for all of them to be one color, or you have to attack the red one until you can't anymore, and then you can attack all of them. But still, even with that, it doesn't matter what attack this thing fires at you. Whether he hits the ground, stomping it like he's having a temper tantrum, or he fires his laser at you, you die in one hit. And it doesn't matter how much adaptation you have either. You die in one hit, no matter what, with this boss. It is by far the most annoying boss in Varnamir to deal with. I'd even rather fight Rosso 50 million times instead of ever having to touch this boss. Honestly, because Rosso is a little bit easier. His mechanics are a lot more understandable and actually kind of a lot more forgiving, too. So, you're better off doing this, doing these raids, instead of this asshole a lot of the time. Then in here, the only boss that I really feel needs to be changed, because Riggamore, from what I initially thought, Riggamore was annoying, but, like, really, I've done Sea of Ruins so many times, I've done Trosh's Nest so many times, and I've done Ice Right Plant so many times, that I can safely say these 3 dungeons are ridiculously easy. Like, there is no issue with these dungeons at all. This one, though, this dungeon, boss needs an overhaul, 100%. Like, there's no question about it. This boss needs to be fixed. It is so incredibly annoying to deal with. Because it doesn't matter what you try to do. I think maybe Anemos is, like, the only class that wouldn't have an issue with it, because once it hits you with its rockets, she gets knocked down immediately, and the rest of the rockets miss. Plus, on top of that, you have, oh, hey, look at me, I one-shot you. Because of course they do. This boss doesn't one-shot you ever, because you basically kill it before it gets to attack you. This one, same thing unless you're really slow with doing the dungeon. This boss never has any chance of killing you within your party of 3 to 4, because you have to go in with a party of 3 or 4. And most of the time, you're going to be in there with people who are much higher CP than you, who can just blast through it. Or you're on Myrena, and you can sit there and dodge everything it does with Ace in the Hole. Because Ace in the Hole is legit the most broken and useful skill Daybreaker has. Or you sit there on Celestia when you don't have a +8 FOJ, or raid weapon, and you blast it away with Horary and Serpentarius, and it's just dead in those 2 skills most of the time with a +11. I still don't understand the mechanics of this boss, but that's on me. Like, I don't understand how Titan's Grotto works at all, and I've done it, like, 5 times. I do not understand this boss, period. And it's, like, I'm okay with not understanding it. I don't think you really... Oh my god, that would be so nice if I got one of those. But, for this boss, like I was saying, it doesn't really seem like you need to worry about it. Like, you don't need to worry about the mechanics. Especially at, like, a low CP like mine. Most of the time, you're gonna have people with you that can carry you anyway. So learning this boss is kind of just irrelevant. But, yeah. This dungeon here, definitely the fucking hardest in all of Rigamore. The other 4 are not an issue. Hardest boss by a landslide. I know people say it's Rosso. It's not. It's him. I hate nothing even comes close, except for, like, Solace. Nothing comes close to how much I hate this boss. It is just... Ugh, please remove it. In Elvria Node, everything is easy, really. Even L Tower Defense. Easy as hell. This absolute monstrosity of a boss monster should be either just fixed or completely removed from the game. This asshole has no business being in the early game of Elsword at all anymore. The early game is literally supposed to be your training for everything else coming after it. Up until... Actually, technically, nowadays, Elvria Node is also part of your early game, despite the fact that you can only access it after level 99. Everything in here is so incredibly easy now. It's even easier than him. He is such a massive pain in the ass that he should have been left until, like, here. Or Master Road. Because he's just as annoying, if not more so, in Master Road. So, he has no business being in Elysian anymore. It should just be these 3 dungeons right here. Celestial, Adrian, Halted Sun. That's it. Solace's Fortress should not at all be here anymore. Get rid of it, and honestly, I know it would undermine the work that everyone who has the title did, but seriously, technically wouldn't take that long anyway if you try for it. Just give everyone Eclipse while you're deleting this dungeon. That way PvP players can actually go into PvP and not have to grind for this title. Seriously? Like, when it was 1,000 runs of this, HOB was enough to deal with. back when you had to get 1,000 runs done so that you could access Reaper, this was enough, okay? You don't need to give us a title from a boss that is this cancerous, okay? Like, ugh! My brain hurts thinking about how stupid the mechanics on this boss are. Oh, hey, I have a 60-second timer. Within that 60 seconds, you have to wait for half of that for my super armor, like my invincibility frames to go away. Why does a boss have 30 seconds of iframes? No one knows. Nobody understands it. Because bosses aren't supposed to have those. That's kind of the point of a boss, is to not have stupid mechanics like that. By the way. And again, you're trying to get, you know, new players. Like, you're trying to attract new players to the game. As soon as they get to this piece of shit, they're gonna want to quit. Immediately. Because he is such an annoyingly difficult boss for anyone who doesn't understand the game on a fundamental level. And most new players will follow guides that tell them to use the mount throughout every dungeon anyway. Because it's the fastest way to farm. So, they're not actually learning how to play their character against bosses, because they're not using their character against bosses. So, having this jackass of a boss right at the end of your grind session of trying to get to 99 is so not helpful at all. Because 30 seconds of iframes, after he comes out of his 30 seconds of iframes, he has a buff on him that makes him reflect damage, which is dumb as hell, as well. Like, the more, he would do significantly less damage to him than you should, and he reflects, like, 200% of your damage back at you. And it's like, why? Why would you create a boss like this? Who wants to play against something like that? I know for sure I certainly don't. And most new players, because we do have new players trickling in here and there, most new players are not going to want to play against a boss this bullshit either. Especially when they're trying to get to this point in the game, and this point in the game, where they're trying to actually get their good gear so they can do shit. Having this boss does not help them do that. So, again, either remove his iframes and his stupid buff that gives him damage reflect and damage resistance at the same time, or just remove the dungeon. Because it's not a dungeon people are going to want to play. You already removed, like, half of the dungeons from the rest of the early game, too. You got rid of, Forest Temple here, you got rid of, Banthus Cave, Underground, Sewer, and Wally's Castle suburbs. From there, you got rid of Dragon Road, which had the best theme in this area, and Bethma Lake Night, which was fine because it was literally just a reverse of this one. No one really needed Bethma Lake Night, it was kind of a pointless dungeon, so that's fine. Here, you removed Altera Plains, and that's it, which, again, is actually kind of fine, because, you know, both Leviathan and Ignis show up here in Altera Core anyway. Didn't really need to repeat them. So, got rid of half of the dungeons in Theta. Teach the Tyrant, no longer here. Spiral Corridor, that's what it's called. No longer here. Underground Garden, honestly, banger soundtrack, horrible map to play on. So, kind of a win-lose there. Heart Aspire, dear God, thank you for removing it. So many classes had trouble dealing with it. So, thank you for getting rid of it. A lot of people didn't want to play it. Residential Area, not a huge loss. This dungeon should have been one of the two you removed. For sure. Burning Hope Bridge, yeah, okay, it was just Hope Bridge on fire with more platforming, really. But honestly, I would have rather have that in here instead of this. No one likes Palace Entrance. Nobody. Even though, yes, it is a lot easier to deal with now than it was before, nobody likes this dungeon. No one ever has liked this dungeon. Moving on to Hamel, got rid of Sunken Resium, which is very good. No, that's another case of Palace Entrance. No one liked it, so thank you for getting rid of it. And same thing with Temple of Ice. I'm just going to call it Temple of Ice, because frozen water is ice. So, Ice Temple, got rid of it. Gucci, like it. Heart of the Ancient Waterway, honestly, Victor was a really, like, non-threatening boss, so I guess I can understand why you removed it. But whatever. Garpai, thank you so much for removing it. Garpai was just... no. Garpai was a horrible dungeon, and I'm really glad you removed it. Now, please remove it from Hero Dungeons 2. Trox's Lair should have stayed over this one. Yes, this one is more, I guess, integral to the story because Karu ends up helping you after you beat his ass, but Trox's Nest was a much more fun dungeon to do. So, Trox's Lair should have stayed. 100%. And then these two are, well, fine. Lanix, getting rid of Burnt Forest, don't really see why you needed to do that. Burnt Forest really wasn't that bad of a dungeon. It could have stayed. And then these are the same, still. But that has to go. Please, get rid of this. Nobody wants to play this at all. Nobody. And then here we're all fine. It's just like, now we're getting into like technically what is considered late to post game content. Labyrinth, easy as hell to deal with. Guardian's Forest, maybe nerf the mini boss. That's about it. That's about all I would say to do for Guardian's Forest, is nerf the mini-boss a bit. Dark Elf, kind of the same thing, but honestly, now that I know how to deal with each stage of this boss, especially if I'm playing Daybreaker, I don't see an issue with it. Honestly, Dark Elves is kind of fine. Oh my god, nerf this. Nerf this piece of shit. Entirely. Please, because I know you're never going to get rid of Forsaken Spirit Asylum. Just nerf the shit out of this boss. Holy hell, it's way too annoying. Raids are fine. Shadow Vein is an interesting one. I don't mind it. Really, it's just when I'm dealing with a lower level character, or like a lower CP character like this one, I just find someone to carry me through it, and I let them carry me through it. And like I said, everything in Rigo is fine except for Sea Tunnel. The boss in Sea Tunnel needs to be fixed. Other than that, Sea Tunnel is actually kind of fine. And yeah, like, I haven't done enough of Pruinam to really have an opinion on it. But Master Road, okay, Master Road is a huge problem too, because of how many Master Dungeons you have to go through. And a lot of them you have to go through on Hell mode. And Hell mode, for anyone under 600k CP, well, anyone at 6 or around 600k CP has a massive issue with Master Road. It's a very ridiculously difficult dungeon. Like, any of them are ridiculously difficult to do. Even Gaia. So, the biggest problem is that, for one, you have to wait until you have at least, at the very bare minimum, a plus 10 raid weapon to be able to go into Master Road. That way you can actually effectively do damage. First. Second, you have far too many Hell mode dungeons to do in Master Class, like, getting up to Master Class, and when having to do your Master Skill quests. It is way too much effort and way too much work right now to get something that is really, at best, especially when you first get it, a really minor power boost. And that's all the artifact is at Growth Stage 1, is just a minor power boost. It really doesn't help you that much. So, until they fix Master Road, which they should, Master Road is incredibly hard for no reason. Especially since you are fighting one person in all of them. You're just fighting one thing, and it can blow you up except if it's Rosso. Because Rosso is useless, pretty much. So, there's your pro tip of the day. If you're going to go and do Master Class and Master Road dungeons, unless it tells you to do one of them in specific, spam Rosso. Rosso is by far the easiest one to do. Spam him on story mode first, for the 300k one. Learn his mechanics, learn how to deal with him, and then go to Hell mode. If you have enough CP to do it. Then go to Hell mode. It's way easier to deal with Rosso that way. He is... The rest of them, even though some of their mechanics are very simple and easy to understand, they are still a pain in the ass to deal with. The only other one I could suggest, because I've done it numerous times so I know how easy it is Gaia. But still, I would honestly 100% suggest Rosso over him, because Rosso is not a challenge at all. Rosso is brain dead to deal with on story difficulty. Or sorry, on normal difficulty. On Hell mode, he gets to be a little annoying, but not too hard to deal with. Still not that hard to deal with. So, yeah, spam Rosso if you can. I think I'm just going to end it off there, to be honest. I love this game, but I've kind of had enough of it today. Despite how much I like playing Anemos now. I like playing Anemos again. So... I'm going to end it off there. Thank you for coming out again, guys. I really appreciate it. I know it's been, a really weird scheduling, well, not really scheduling, but, timing change. Again, please check out my Twitter and my YouTube, my VODs channel. This will also be going up on the VODs channel. I'll probably post it tomorrow. It'll be a lot easier to post it tomorrow instead of tonight, because I'll have to wait forever tonight for it to be done. So... yeah. Thank you for coming out. I really appreciate you guys sticking around with me and listening to my constant ranting and bitching. Because honestly, that is a lot of what I do with L-Sword, is just rant and bitch about things that really do need to be changed, but because KOG is so focused on fourth paths right now instead of fixing the actual problems with the game, we're going to be waiting a while for any changes to be made. But yeah, please follow me on Twitter to keep up with my announcements and any stream updates I might have, and follow or subscribe to me on YouTube. They're both free. It's just a click of a button, boom, done. If you missed my VODs, like if you missed my actual stream, then you can check it out on the VODs channel after they're posted there. And that'll be it. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you Thursday for sure.